Well, let's see here. Hello, folks. Turn this thing around, maybe not. Need to reverse this thing. There it is. So check this out. This is what's going on. We're right there. And Darla's asleep. She's in bed. I just put all the awnings away. I don't know if you guys can see anything out here, but a minute ago I couldn't see where the rig was. Well, you can kind of see. I don't know. I got the screens that covers on the outside, but it was just a big, huge cloud of dust, and a whole bunch of lightning and thunder, and so what I do in this circumstance is open the gate. Oh, there goes the door. Open the gate. Leave it open. Go outside because I don't want to get electrocuted. So this is what they call a Texas rain shower, which is like crazy. As you can see, the chairs are put away, the barbecue's put away, awnings put away. I like to put everything away. Hopefully that wind. Is the wind pretty bad? Oh, look at that. See, I can't close the door. I can't close it. There it goes. There we go. Whew. Anyway, you can tell Cage is scared to death. So, get back in my chair here. My beeper's beeping, but nobody's coming, so if they do, they're just going to drive in. I'm not going out there. I'm getting the thing on my phone right now. It says severe weather. Let's see where we're at with the. Am I making you guys dizzy? Pretty exciting, huh? Let's see what I got here. It's almost up to us. Like I say, right here is where I'm at. So what we're seeing now isn't even the big deal. The big deal's still coming. Let's see where. I love this little thing I got. We're at 10:53. I got clouds on my deal with rain. 87 degrees outside right now. 47% humidity. So when you live in an RV, one of these little weather stations, and then I have two sensors. I have one up front underneath the hood where the generator is, and then I have one in the water bay, so that like when we go to Minnesota, I kind of like to know what the temperature is in there. So I have a little tiny heater that I stick in there, and I mean it's about the size of my phone, and I'll tell you what, that's just enough to keep it nice and warm. And I mean we've been in some pretty cold stuff, and it did freeze. Steve Wildman, what's up? Well, you've been down here, I think. I see two lights. Yeah, that's where the rig is. Here. There, now you can see. Let me see. There, isn't that scary? Anyway, we got a big, huge storm coming in. It's going to be short-lived, maybe 20, 30 minutes. But the problem is like the amount of rain and everything that you get from a Texas storm is like something you get in a day somewhere else. So a short storm out here, and like I say, I've learned my lesson that, especially you guys probably watched that one video where I had to go out there and I had to hang on to the awning. I mean, it was leaving the planet if I didn't. And I mean, I was soaked head to toe, my shoes, everything. I was totally soaked. So this time, everything's unhooked, everything's put away. I got my little, let me see here. there's my mud boots right there. Those are for sugar beets, but I keep them around for this time. I just keep them in the cargo bay right outside. So it's really, look at how dusty it is. I just dusted that. It's crazy, man. Crazy. The wind is blowing like crazy here. I don't know if you can see the dust, but it's on there. Let's see. That's another thing you battle around here is the dust. What's the matter, Cage? You want up here? Come on. Come on. He wants to be on camera. Here he comes. He wants to see what's going on. So anyway, it's kind of like a little bit of a lull right at this very moment, but who knows for how long. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything out there? I don't see any. Of course, when you do these live feeds on your phone, you know, there it is. Okay. Praying you don't get blown or swept away. Well, I hope not too. Cage wants to look outside, and he is. Yeah, so here a truck showed up. I'm gonna flag him on. Yeah, I think he got the message. There he goes. There goes the truck. So really tomorrow, the plan is anyway, is that we're just going to leave the gate open all day tomorrow and let the trucks go in and out, because they're going to haul all that whole rig is going to leave here tomorrow, and then Sunday probably the cranes will leave, and I think Sunday night or Monday morning we'll be done here. Like I said on the last video, they haven't told us whether we're going to do fracking or not yet, and usually they do. They come right in and frack, but as everywhere else is, things are kind of weird right now. Price of oil is up, but they're unsure of what's going on. The economy, everything. I mean, the economy is supposedly really booming. I just don't see it as booming as much as everybody says. It's doing okay. It's better than it's been for a while, but it's not great. Cage was the guy. Are you? No, I'm on dirt. Yeah, I'm on dirt. So when it rains, but I got one of those plastic floor mats out there. I think it's like 10 by 12 or something, and then I have one of those really heavy made out of old tires or whatever it is for placemat, and then I have rubber boots, and they used to have the carpet used to go down the stairs, and what I did is I got rid of all that regular carpet, and I got those little black mats, and I cut them. I don't know if you can see, but it goes like that all the way down to the all the way outside stairs. It's all the same. It's got the little steps, and I finally just put the little metal trimming on the outside too, so looks good and it keeps you from falling on your can, and good stuff. You want to see what, because of the rain coming, you want to see outside? Is that what you want to see? Let's see. I want to do it to mine. Oh, okay. You're talking about the thing. Yeah, let me reverse this thing here. Let's see. Yeah, come on, reverse. There we go. So there it is. It goes like that. Let's see, the carpet right here kind of matches. So here comes the rain, and I'll show you real quick. And then it does the same thing outside. There goes the door. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm not doing that again for a while. Yeah, the wind is blowing really hard right now, so let's see. Let's go back to this, see what this looks like. Yeah, it's still not to me. We're right here. We're 5 miles off of 277, so at least for no. What? What's the matter? Isn't that the cutest puppy? The only thing I wish I could have done is wish I could have got him about maybe about 4 weeks sooner. They would have gave me more time, but he's coming around. He's getting to be a really good dog. He's a real talker too. I should make some of the talking dog videos, because he loves to He loves to talk to me, and I hope that doesn't mean I need to go potty, because I just took you out and I'm not taking you out in this. You're gonna have to wait until that big yellow thing goes by. Okay? Ooh, you hear the thunder? Come on, you can come up here with me. Want to come up? Come on. What's the matter? Matter, buddy? Huh? Come here. Anyway, he stays up with me all night. Him and we stay out here. Boy, man, this little deal I got here, this is so cool. I love this thing, man. Look at that. You gotta, here Darla and I have spent all this time in the motorhome, and I've always had this thing sitting on my lap, and it just gets so freaking hot, it burns you, you know? And now I could just set it over there, and like when I want to play my music, and I got a subwoofer in here, I got a pretty good sound system, and yeah, it sounds great. It sounds great. Uh-oh, there's my beeper again, but that's just weather. I got KG this the other day. He likes this. Is this yours? Is this yours? Yeah. Oh, sit down here. We'll give you a little pet in here. Yeah, he likes it. Yeah, he likes it. He wants to eat it, I think. I don't know. I don't get this, but he likes it. Anyway, you guys got any questions? I wasn't going to do a live tonight. You know, tomorrow's probably going to be a big day. We'll see. But I think tomorrow for sure, Sunday, is going to be a big day for us as far as our channel. So Darla and I'll be doing some kind of a live things, kind of commemorating what's happening. Anyway, but I'll tell you what, if you're going to gate guard, you need, this is my radar. It used to only be on the phone. Now they have it on the internet, on computer. And yeah, you got to have it, because when you start seeing lightning around you, you need to be able to figure this out. Yeah, see, now we're in the yellow. The yellow is over us, so we're right here. And there's the yellow just hitting. This is the bad stuff here. So, and we're probably going to get a little bit of that. Now it's kind of breaking down a little bit. But anyway, you guys are hanging with me. You're going to, ooh, listen to that. Ooh. That's a big rain. We were at let's see, here comes the rain. He got good ears. Yeah, he sure did. Where is your lady friend? She's asleep. Do I hear rain? Yes, you do. Cool. Okay. Yeah, he's got great ears. He's just such a really, I've had a lot of these Boston Terriers, and he's just absolutely beautiful. His hairs, the funkier the tail, the more personality you have. That's what I found. So he's got kind of a funny little tail, and I don't want to mess with it because that gets his personality. But he's thick. He's getting to be a big boy. He's big, and he's strong, and he's fast. And one thing about this guy is he is a ball player. I mean, my last Boston Terrier threw the ball, and he just looked at you like you were an idiot because now the ball's gone. This guy here, he brings it to me and makes me throw it. He will leave me alone. Is there a bug there? I don't know what that. That's how you know it's going to rain real hard around here too. All of a sudden you walk outside, you don't get nailed by bugs. You can see it's raining pretty good right now. Yeah, let's see. The temperature is still 84. Ah, fun. You guys getting bored yet? I was watching Live PD. There's my TV. There's my fuel pump. Check this out. I got to put this on. Hey, on, Katie. Let's see. So I have a leakage problem. So all this stuff in here is for fix my leakage. I have tie straps on it now. But this is what they call the lift pump. So that little shaft right there, if you look at the end of it, it's kind of machined. It's like, almost like a lifter. Anyway, that rides on the camshaft. So I got to put that in. This is a little manual pump so you can bleed the system out right there where my thumb is. I haven't, the one stupid thing I haven't figured out yet is how to do things and hold the camera right. Yep, dry in California, yeah. Ice out here in Oregon. Yeah, when Darla and I, when we had the motorcycle shop, ooh, boy, that's some nasty stuff right there. Every summer during Sturgis, we would close the shop. Here, let me flip this back so you can look at something beautiful. Anyway, every year when Sturgis came, we'd get on the motorcycle and we'd do like a 5,000-mile ride, but we would go by ourselves. One bad thing when you have a shop like that, it's like your buddies always want to go with you, and then they always bring some guy along that has a bike that I've never touched. I don't know the guy from Adam, and his bike is not taken care of, and you get 30 miles away, and for the next 4,700 or 4,800 miles or whatever we're traveling together, I'm working on this idiot's bike for free. So I've gotten to the point where I got to the point where I would no longer would do that. I mean, I kept telling the guy, oh yeah, we're leaving on Thursday. We leave on Wednesday, because I didn't want people to come over and think they could just tag along. So yellow's over is good now. So anyway, but we always ended the trip. We would go up to Washington. We go across to Port Angeles and hit Highway 101 and then go up and then come all the way down the coast until we got into the big trees and go down the Boulevard of the Tree, or the Boulevard of the Giants, or whatever it is, and then come out at Leggett and then go out to Highway 1. Man, that's an awesome road. You go all the way down to where you have to come back in land to go over the Golden Gate, and then you go back out again. Beautiful ride, man. We did that every year. That was a lot of fun. I had to give up my old Springer that I had had for 16 years to buy that dresser. Kind of wish I'd kept that Springer anyway, but at the time, for a while there, I had like 4 bikes, and it was just too much to insure. And then every time you rode it, if you let it sit for a long time, you'd always figure out things you had to do it. So it got expensive. So I just got to the point where I was just keeping one. Trouble with the dresser is if you want to ride to go get a something to drink, or just go get a part or something, it's just a big hassle to turn it around and get it out and everything. That Springer, I could just jump on that thing and fly. I loved it. Great bike. Love my panheads. That's what I want next, another panhead. Of course, you don't want to talk about motorcycles. You want to talk about rain, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm live. RV Quilt Quest. I'm live. I think I'm alive. We're dealing with a lot of rain right now and a lot of lightning. Let's see. My cousin goes to Sturgis yearly to sell parts. Yeah. The thing. I'll tell you what's cool about I never went to Sturgis until I bought this motorhome, and then what I started doing is I would go about 2 weeks after the run was over. And that campground where right above it says Sturgis on the side of the mountain, it's like $1,500 to $1,800 for space for 7 days. As soon as that ride's done and everyone's gone, it's $105 a week, and there's still lots of things to do there. So that's what we used to do. Let's see. Yeah, motorcycle talk is fine. Yeah, hey Terry, how you doing? Sandblaster, I've had 3. What happens is it bleeps, the message comes on, and then boom, it goes away. So I have to kind of catch it when it's there. Maybe, what if I do this? There it is. I've had 3 motorcycles, gone over the handlebars. What's your best story? Yeah, what's funny is as far as crashing on motorcycles, I always had a tuba head, shovel head with a wide glide. Yeah, okay. I've had a couple of shovel heads. Anyway, I could ride dirt bikes really good in the morning, but as the day got on, I seemed to get more and more into just thinking I could ride really too good and always crash. But I did a flying W once over the handlebars, and hence that's one of the reasons why I always wear a beard, because I got a chunk of my chin is missing, and my arm was all scarred up, my legs. And I had some pretty that was actually on a dirt bike in a dirt bike place, but there was one little small patch of cement or gravel or pavement. And that's where I went down. So if you have a shovel head with a mousetrap, that has to be like a 66 to 69 Gen motor probably, huh? Anyway, oops, never go down. Yeah, you know, I rode 47 years on the street, and I've never been down on the street. I've been really, really close a lot of times, especially being in California. I had a couple times where I had the bike ready to step off, you know, and had it sideways, and circumstances would change, and boop, back up, you know, just whip her back up. I used to, when I was a kid, I was like 14, I took the motorcycle training course in the city where I grew up, and I actually helped teach. So I did that for a summer one time, and not only learned myself how to ride, but I was able to help other people. I went through Sturgis, just north of Rapid City. Yeah, and all up through there. Beautiful. That's a pretty place, man. South Dakota. That's where we have to go there. We have to go there every 5 years for our licenses, and we're insured and all. Ooh, what was that? Oh, look at who wants to play. Told you he's a ball player. Want to play ball? Huh? Anyway, yeah, we like to go up there. Sturgis is that whole. We're out of Sioux Falls, but that whole area is really pretty, man. Really a beautiful place. But you talk about you can get some really radical weather. Montana, South Dakota, and all that. You got a nice RV, you got to be careful because they'll get destroyed. The fiberglass tends to not have a problem. I have a metal roof, and I've got a few golf ball dents in the roof from Texas. And I just got another one in my truck when we were in West Texas. But what I'm going to do is it's called liquid rubber. It's UV and all this other stuff. But you could put about 5 coats on there, and it actually makes like a rubber membrane for the roof of your RV, and it will help with heat, and it's better to walk on it and all this stuff. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to do that. I got some mechanical things I want to take care of first. First thing is we got a new toilet. Our toilet, I fought with that stupid toilet since we bought this thing, and it always had problems. It was a 510, the marine. It's for a marine, for a yacht. That's what they use in these. But it had like little holes where they would vent out. And what would happen is if you turned the fantastic fan on, and you didn't have a window open, it would vent out of the toilet. And I mean, man, it would just really smell bad in here. This new one, it's completely sealed. The only time it's not sealed is when you're flushing. Okay, watch this. There he goes. I throw the ball towards the back of the motorhome, and then he'll wake Darla up. She gets kind of grouchy when you wake her up when she's sleeping, so don't want to do that. Okay, we're getting ready for red now. Here comes the red. Let's see here. You guys can see that. Just see, we're like right here. So we're real close to getting nailed by the red. Let's see, still have about 100 dents from hail around Sturgis. Yep, that happens, man. Boy, I can hear it. It's not, ow! Gonna get you. don't know why God gave dogs such mean teeth. This is what I deal with all night long. He just loves that. He stays up with me and we play ball. Crazy guy. And he just never gets tired of it. He just play and play and play. Yeah. Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look at that. It's in your bed, dummy. There it is. Ow! You are so mean. These are 057. Hi, how are you? Bulldozer. Now that's a cool name. That's too funny. Come on, come back. Let's see here. In San Diego, I once turned left onto another street, leaned into the corner, and that street was just, oh yeah. I had my dresser go sideways on me one time like that. And you know, the way they teach you is, you know, when you're riding and you want to go left, you push on the left handlebar and that will suck the bike to the left, or you push and it sucks it to the right. But when you get into oil and you're doing that, you push to the left and you go flying to the right sometimes. So you got to be real careful. I was riding so long. It's a wonder I didn't get killed, but I was told I wouldn't live to be 25. So, but here I am. Believe it or not, I'm older than 25. Let's see here, any other things. I think I have a buyer for our motorhome. That's cool. Toilet talk. Yeah, you know, one of our best videos that we did that one time was about dumping the black tank. That brought a lot of people watching, but there is a trick to it. There's a trick to doing it here at gate guards, you know, with these, because you're draining into a tank, and the problem with motorhomes is that the outlet is usually so stinking low that they're supposed to dig the tanks down and set them down, but they don't. So the good thing about it is my black tank is the tank on the top, and then the gray tank is below that, and then the fresh water is below that. So I could usually drain the black tank without too much problem, but the gray tanks is a real hassle to do. So let's see. Anybody getting bored yet? See, my grandpa, gosh darn it. Grandpa gave me that name when I was a toddler. He was a steam locomotive engineer for CNWR. Okay. Yeah. I gotta get in the heavy equipment operating mode again here pretty soon, because in September we're going to sugar beets again. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. You guys get to see what's going on. And I don't operate bulldozers, but I operate loaders and skidsters and pilers and all kinds of stuff like that. Changing out the rain topper on the black vent. It stopped, smells with the drug. Yeah. Yeah, I have one of those, as far as the vent goes, I have one of those whirlybird types, you know, where it's supposed to keep it from happening. But the problem is when you have holes in the toilet bowl that go all the way down into the tank, it's vented all the way through. And in our motorhome, you got pocket doors, and you close the pocket doors and you turn on a fantastic vent. I mean, them things, they draw a lot of air, and they're going to draw air from wherever they can. So, but this new toilet is totally sealed, and that's what I was talking about. It's the 510 plus, so it doesn't do it. I mean, I could have the fan on in there. I could have both on full blast, and it will not draw through there unless you you push the lever. It's going to do it, but other than that, you're fine. Boy, you got me. East Coast would be 12:20. I don't know if I have any people from East Coast anymore. We used to have quite a few people from the East Coast, but it doesn't seem like we have too many of those anymore. Most of the people are from the middle of the country and to the west. Got a few Canadians and stuff like that. You're talking about Eric Nomadic Fanatic. When he first started, we were actually down here in Texas gate guarding, and he had a motorhome, and he had the little deals that go over your vent covers, and he had siliconed those things down to the roof. And what happens is where the air flows in and out. When it would rain, the water would get in those vents, and it would go down in there. It had nowhere to go. When he cracked his vents open, the water would go in. And I told him, I said, drill some holes in the bottom. You're supposed to leave those vents about a half an inch or so off the deck. So they do the same job as far as protecting your actual crank-up vent, but they don't store water or dirt or anything. Everything just kind of blows out of there. But apparently, and I wrote him a couple times about it, but he just got rid of the motorhome because it just was getting wasted from all the water going in. So that's another thing. They come with little brackets, and the way the brackets are set up is you're supposed to get those vents above. I mean, you could even a quarter of an inch is okay. I mean, you just got to make sure you don't set them down and then glue them. Put any kind of silicone around. Pool, and when you open your vent, you get a shower. So that's why you don't do that stuff. Let me see any other conversations. Let's see. Eileen. Toilet paper. Oh, I'll tell you what I use. I don't like RV toilet paper. I don't know if I should tell you why, but I don't like RV toilet paper. What we use Scott toilet paper, the 1000 series, and it's a little bit rough. It's not as poofy and soft as all the other stuff, but it gets the job done, and it goes out of the tank, no problem. It breaks down pretty good. The problem with the RV toilet paper is it dissolves faster than I get done, and I don't like that. I like toilet paper to be toilet paper until I'm finished using it. So RV toilet paper never seems to work that good. Plus, you pay like $9 for like 6 rolls of it, and I mean, it's about 30 feet long, so it doesn't take any time at all. Go for nature's head compensation. Yeah, I'm not in on that either. I know a lot of people like those, but yeah, I'd rather RV toilet paper is like wipe you with your hand. If you get that right, it is wipe you with your hand when you get to a certain point. I know a lot of people like those toilets, but I don't know. For me, I just prefer dealing with it. The tanks are not that hard to do, and it's just what I'm used to. I mean, I've been going camping for 50 plus years. Well, yeah, at least 50 plus years, and kind of used to the old chemical black tank toilets. Why are we talking about toilets? So we got this up. Yeah, we should. We're almost done. We're almost done with a heavy part of the storm. See, you guys kept me from getting scared. I work for Burlington Northern. I was a diesel locomotive machinist a while back, and we had locomotives come across the service. Yeah, come on. Service tracks after hitting a beat truck in Nebraska. Not pretty. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who works for, what is it? NBSF? Is that what it is? It's Northern and Santa Fe, and he works in California. And a lot of motorcycle guys work for the railroad. If you want to know where they work, a lot of motorcycle guys work at the railroad. It's good money, it's a good job, and they don't. I had a friend of mine. This is no lie. This guy had a super high security with the government for his job. He worked with aircraft, and that's all I can really tell you. It was all top secret stuff, and they found out he was in a motorcycle gang, and they told him that if he didn't quit the gang, they were going to fire him. So he told him he quit the gang, and then like 2 years later, he was able to retire. He never quit the gang, but they didn't know that. And I'll tell you what, the guy, when it came to anything in his life, he was on it. They had no reason to worry, but it was kind of a punk had kind of screwed him over, and that's why he had to deal with that. So, but he's retired, and he probably retired early because of that. They'd lost a good guy. Oh, he might even watch this. I don't know. He never comments, but he might watch me once in a while. Anyway, wow, we're growing a crowd. We're up to 16. You guys want to hang out with me? I'm going to be up till 6 a.m. Let's see what's going on here. See, we're right there. Hopefully you can see that. So we're basically just about out of the red. Wasn't too bad. Poopy to don't lie. Well, in the motorcycle world, they say snitches get stitches, and that's usually not all they get. So, and I'm kind of a talker, I'm kind of a blabbermouth, but when it comes to certain things, I don't say too much. That's why I'm still alive. Motorcycles and trades, yeah. Well, what people don't understand is motorcycle people, they're just like everybody else. They need to make a living, and most of them are pretty smart guys. Now, of course, there's always guys that tend to do things that probably aren't the most legal thing in the world. But you get that. I'll tell you what. You want to see a bunch of criminals? Just turn on the news at night. Look at all these politicians. That's where you find most of the criminals. Let's see. Someone said something about Brian. Let's see. Brian, the Adventure Man, gonna be at Bean Harvest with you again this year. You know what? I sit down and talk with me for a while, and he said he would let me know when he was going to call. And he let me know everything was good. He was enjoying life and hoped all was good with us. So, Brian is one of those type of guys that if you chase him, he'll run faster. You know what I mean? With Brian, you just let him do his thing. Let him live his life the way he wants. And Darla and I really love it when he comes and sees us and we get to visit with him and different things. Brian's a really good guy, but you could actually, boy, I see lightning in the window. I don't want to scare him away. I like the guy. I love the guy. And I don't want him to put him in a position where he feels like I'm trying to, grab onto him. I'm not that way anyway. I'm one of these people. This lifestyle is good for me because I can meet people and enjoy all my time with them, and then when it's time to go, I go. And then hopefully I get to see them again. If I don't, I don't. But I'll always have them in my memories and my thoughts and that kind of thing. But if Darla is more the KG. Darla's more the family type. She loves being around the kids all the time and everything else, and I do too. I really enjoy being around my kids. The problem with it is that they get tired of us being around all the time. Am I in your way here or something? He's a kisser too. Can you tell? Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. No, I want to sleep soon. I have a boxing class in the morning. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Brian, that was a really good video. Brian's trying some new things. I'm really kind of excited to see where he goes with it. You know, I don't know. He definitely has that. He has a girlfriend. I think that's pretty obvious. And believe it or not, Brian, you always had kind of a girlfriend for a long, long time. But I just think they were not close in their thought process. And he met this new girl, and she seems like she's a lot closer to what he's all about. What the heck is all that noise? So, and that's what he needs, you know. What I would love to see him is just buy a big Class A and cruise around, but I want to see everybody buy a Class A and just cruise around, except for Kevin. Kevin's got a really cool trailer, but his trailer costs almost as well. It costs more than my Class A. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, you guys bored? We've been on here 41 minutes, and it seems like every time I do a long one like this, I lose a lot of people. That one person dropped off there. See, got 8 thumbs up. That means half of you like me. Let's see if there's anything else here. There's a lot changing in the I don't know. I guess Bob Wells is thinking about moving RTR to California. And what will happen if he does that is they'll welcome him in, they'll take all the fees, they'll do all that. And when the day comes for RTR to start, they'll throw something else in that makes it impossible for it to work, and then the RTR will be destroyed and it won't happen again. So my suggestion to him would be stay away from California. Ryan is a great person. I've watched him since the beginning. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I've watched most of the big names since they started. Like I say, Eric, I saw him when he very first started. And he was one of the first ones I started watching, so. Man, the lightning is going crazy. One thing about out here in Texas, when lightning is going on, it's like you have a light on in the bathroom, and then someone's in the room you're in flashing a switch. I mean, it's just like it never gets dark. But it looks like it's almost done. It's almost done now. That wasn't really too bad. I just have to go out and assess. I always walk around after we have a storm like this and check and see what's if anything's damaged. Like I said last time, man, the awning was almost lifting me up off the ground. It was pretty hairy. Let's see, my goal is I want to have an RV in the next 3 years and gate guarding with my wife. Yeah, well, that's a good goal. Let's see, I had a fire in my rig and fire department saved my rig. Hang on, RV Davy. Saved my dream, lives on, next rig in Class A. Yeah, what lit up your refrigerator, Davy? Or let's see, Nevada's pulling that on Burning Man this year, new tax fees. Yeah, we used to be close to that, and I actually met a girl that went to that thing a couple. She got like gang raped. It was horrible. She told me, she goes, I would never go out there again. It's like Slab City. I mean, there's some things you gotta go with people that you really know and you really trust when you go to some of those places, because people could do some pretty mean things. You just never know, you know. It could be friends. It's not necessarily people you don't know. Most of the time, I would say that's what it is. But sometimes your friends can be a little crazy too. Just depends on what they're doing. Let's see. Well, it seems like we've got more lightning now on the back. You let go of the ball. I can't throw it if it's in your mouth. Anyway, let's see if anything else is on here. Yeah, stupid refrigerator. Yeah, is it a Norcold or is it a Dometic? See, the thing with a lot of the big Class A's you see just torch to the freaking ground. They have those Norcolds, and the reason why there was a problem with those is the coils they would yeah, see a Norcold. What they bend those tubes. They're so. I'm trying to tack it. Anyway, when they bend the tubes, they bend them too sharp, and they create a lot of heat. And the way they Norcold resolve that is they put a little device on there when a sensor that would censor that the refrigerator was getting too hot and would shut it off. And the bad thing with that is well, the good thing is your motorhome doesn't burn down. The bad thing is all your food stuff spoils. So the newer ones now, they've got that under control. The Dometics, the tubes are pretty smooth. Any of them can still. That dog is too funny. Such bully, huh? Well, he's playing ball. See, you have to understand when he plays ball, it's a serious thing. I keep throwing his ball over here in his bed. Oh, it looks like it went over. So I told you, he's a ball player, man. You know, he'll play ball him and I'll play ball for 2 or 3 hours, just nonstop like this. I'll throw it where it's hard for him to get stuff, and I see him over there with his tail in the air. He's such a good boy. You're such a good boy. I love this doggy. This is my baby. He's my buddy. Him and I, we stay up all night and do our job, and then in the morning we go to bed, we go sleep. And I wish I had a camera on him right now. You'd laugh. He's just a goofball. There he is. Let's see. I'll go the van build, have them strip the fridge out, make a solar battery bank. Yeah, come on here. So the trouble with this stuff, do Class A's always have condenser radiators? Do they have any have gas? Well, mine, I have a 3-way in mine. Mine is 12 volt, 110, and propane. Let's see if this guy, he should roll through. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah, they have 3 ways. I mean, these newer refrigerators are a little cheap, but it's starting every 30 minutes, and I don't know. I like the older stuff. I just simpler, and then if you have one of those big, huge refrigerators go out, then you got to pull a windshield or something out to be able to get the refrigerator out of the RV. So I put a new cooling system on the back of mine. It went out about 2 years ago, and I just pulled the refrigerator out, laid it face down inside here, and pulled the cooling unit out, stuck a new one on it, and put it right back in. So, and that's a tough job, believe it or not. That's a tough job. What I'm getting ready to do is a tough job too on this. I'm changing shocks on this thing. I'm going to put. That's what they. I've heard a lot about it from some guys that have some really tough rigs. They put Coney shocks all the way around on them, and they say, man, that's the only way to travel with these things. So I've got the 2 front ones now. I have them in stock, and I'm gonna get. You want this? The back ones are on their way. So you want it? You get it? Here it is. Here we get it. You don't like it unless I throw it. I have to throw it. And then when he comes to give it to me, if I don't try to take it away from him, then he'll just keep pushing it up. Immersion kit to change a 3-way to a compressor. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done that. I haven't seen that yet. I imagine they have a kit to do everything. There's Can I have it? You gonna let me have it? Let me have it. Did you tell? He never gives up. Okay, yeah, you put the Cody's on the front. Yeah, that's. I was just gonna put them on the front, but I thought I'll put them on the back too. Yeah, Cody shocks. Let's see, I'm gonna have almost $800 invested in just shocks. A lot of money, but I could do that when I'm down here. You know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing about being down here is that. I'm trying to follow everybody here. What's going on? Yeah, it just. The thing with this thing is it's heavy, and it's it's the above rail living quarters and all that. The way I'm not thinking real clear at the moment here, but anyway, it just makes it a lot more stable and gets rid of a lot of the shake inside the motorhome. That's one thing I get. This thing, when I first put my Toyos on it, just rode like so nice, but the longer I drive it, the more it's starting to get a little vibration, like from just picking up road crap. So hence, that's why I got the new Coney's. Let's go look outside and see. Okay, there we go. There's our little, see, that's the iPad. That's what we work with to log people in and out. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not too bad. A little bit of moisture, not too bad. All right, well, I'm gonna go out here and do a little investigating. So, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me during the storm, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, remember to subscribe, and you already did like, so that's good.